Godwin and Freeman battle it out in baseball, looking to stay near the top of the standings as this West End rivalry heats up. Welcome to Sportswire. I'm Will Catterley. Well, through the years, Godwin versus Freeman has had its share of great games, but in 2018, the competitive balance has been brought to an even higher level, as each to this point have posted impressive results. Going into Friday night, the Godwin Eagles had only one loss on the season, and that was at a conference, while Freeman had only two, both to Glen Allen. A win for Godwin meant a little breathing room at the top of the mountain, while a victory for Freeman meant an ascension to the top themselves, with a game in hand against their greatest rival.
And time for the latest installment of this great rivalry. Freeman Rebels looking for a marquee win on the road. No score in the second inning. Sometimes it's how the ball bounces, right? Michael Fortune has good fortune. Here in the top of the second, that's a base hit later. Runner on third. It's an RBI single by Alec Erickson. He plays Fortune off of pitcher Michael Coggeshell, and it's 1-0. Freeman, bottom two. Is it a balk? I don't know. Let you decide. It's a pickoff play. Runner on first, not anymore. Freeman Rebels defense was paramount in this one. They get the out there. Next inning, Rebels looking for more. Seeing eye single by Liam Simpson. He gets on, and the Rebels did a good job with base runners. Miss on the bunt. It's a strike. Runner going to second. That goes into the outfield. Another run comes home, and Andrew Bland, the freshman, scores. It's 2-0. Freeman, and then Uncle Charlie, strike three with the curveball. Godwin would limit the damage. Nice strikeout by Coggeshell. 2-0 the score. Bottom three. The story for Freeman, pitcher Camden Lazar, the strikeout, victimizing Noah Cornwell. Freeman, can they add to their lead? Well, how about this? Top four. What a play in left. Great catch by Mark Busson. He snags that one for the out. More Camden Lazar low in the strike zone. He really had everything working, he said afterwards. He said a lot of interesting stuff afterwards, but Godwin would have their chances. Fifth inning, a walk, two men aboard. It would lead to this. High drive, deep to center, but that one doesn't have the distance. Liam Deegan flies out to end the inning, and Lazar gets out of trouble. Shutout still intact. And then, the heater. Freezing the Rebel pitchers. Number 10 in the pitch now, Alex Leverty. Check out the gun by the catcher. Great job, a little tap on the head, and Godwin is out of danger. Next chance for the Eagles. Go to the sixth, gets a strikeout there. Now we go to the sixth. That was the fifth. Two runners were on. Sixth inning, that's high ball four as Liam Deegan works a walk. Two runners on for Godwin in the fifth. Two runners on for Godwin here in the sixth. What would happen? Well, I said defense was paramount. Check out right field. What a catch if you could see it. He makes the final out of the inning. Still, shutout intact. More importantly, a 2-0 lead for the Rebels intact. Let's go to the seventh. Runners on first and second with two out. Now it's second and third on the pass ball. Two outs in the inning. What does Lazar do? He gets the comebacker from Mark Busson, throws to first, and the Rebels get the complete game shutout and the win at Godwin. 2-0 is your final.
It feels amazing. I mean, we all came together, we did our part, we had gumption, and that's my favorite word of Freeman Rebel is gumption, and we had that tonight. This is the biggest rivalry. When I think of this, I think of Yankees and Red Sox, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. It's the biggest rivalry, and come out on top, it's sweet as candy.
Strong with the force he is. No, seriously though, great game, but is Freeman the evil empire of the Red Sox, or are they the Jedi or the Sith?
When it comes to guys soccer, year in and year out, the same teams are fighting for regional and state supremacy. Deep Run is always there, as is Mills Godwin. Freeman is almost always a tough out, and after that, well, a team here or there may pick up a nice win, but they aren't a real threat. Enter the Tucker Tigers. For years, the Tigers couldn't hold a candle to the three aforementioned teams, but this season, Tucker already has beaten Freeman. They lost a deep run, but it was a respectable 3-1 defeat. And it's their only loss of the year going into Thursday night against Hermitage. In fact, Tucker was looking for a historic start with a chance to move to 6 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie.
Could they get the home win against their rivals, Hermitage Panthers? Hermitage kind of knows who they are. They play defense. They have a great keeper. And he would be on display here early in offense. Save by Sam Allberger. The ball gets away. Tucker keeping the pressure on, and they share the ball so well, as evidenced by these highlights. Chance here, right on net. A chance gone awry. Still first half action, still no score. Another chance for Tucker. Check out this through ball. Oh, just missing the header opportunity. Oh, so close. The Tigers getting on the board. Great offensive opportunity. Hermitage, they didn't have many opportunities, but this might have been their best. Check it out. The shot just goes wide. Hermitage with a chance to poach one and take a 1-0 lead themselves. Back to the offense, though, and to the possession go the Tucker Tigers. That header's on net. Sam Allberger says you got to do better than that, buddy. It's 0-0 at the half. Second half, more Tucker Tigers. How long would it take for them to get on the board? Tick, tick, tick. Can they get on the board? That ball goes wide. Under 10 minutes to play now. Still no score. The header, no. The clear, no. Probin, Kulal, goal! And Probin, improbably, puts Tucker up 1-0 with just under 10 minutes to play. See, there it is, 9:34, 9:33, and counting 1-0. And that would open the floodgates offensively for the Tucker Tigers. Hermitage trying to get out of trouble. Tucker keeping it in. Kulal, bam! Finds the back of net, fires it home. Goal number 2 for Probin, and he's been a problem for Hermitage. 2-0. Oh, can he get the hat trick? Probin! Ooh, off the outside of his foot, no doubt. Don't know how that didn't go in, but this one will. It's not Probin. It's one of their other goal scorers. Logan Fang! Finito! Finished! Bamboozle! Tucker! 6-1-1 on the year, and the fans love it as the Tigers get the win. 3-0 is your final.
We work hard, you know. That's how we win the game, every game. We work hard, team first.
The players. I mean, it's just flat out the players. We have guys that have been around for a couple of years now. They're hard workers, very talented, and that's what does it. These guys like to get out and they like to play ball. And it shows.
We hit the track when we return. Glen Allen plays host and shows off some impressive runners as well. Plus, it's back to the baseball diamond where Highland Springs look for some pitching dominance to outduel Varina. That's next.
Don't always have time to watch Sportswire on your TV? No problem. Episodes are available anytime on the web at watchsportswire.com. And it works just as well on your phone. Watch Sportswire anytime, anywhere at watchsportswire.com.
I adopted Bento from a shelter, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Welcome back to Sportswire. We're number 1. Well, actually, no, there's just 1 lap remaining at Glen Allen. Little track and field. It's a Spoys 1,600 meters. Down the stretch they come. Miles Elaney from Glen Allen taking first place. Colin Gray of Mills Godwin taking second. And Maggie Walker third and fourth. Let's go to the girls 4x100. And it was Maggie Walker throughout, getting first. Really close between second and third, and deep run takes second place in the girls 4x1. How about the boys 4x1? Hermitage looking strong in this one, out to a fast start. Around the corner they go. That's 4 different athletes in the relay, each running 100 yards to do the math, and this is going to be a great finish. It's anticlimactic. Hermitage holds off Glen Allen. Great race by both teams on that one, and Hermitage guys get it done. To the girls, 400 meters. This girl can flat out fly. Star, Price, and Lauren Mulholland. It's going to be Price. Price is right. 56.33 seconds as her seed, 57.16 in the final. She takes first. Mulholland takes second. To the guys, 400 meters. This was all Glen Allen all the time. Look at all the teal and black. Brandon La Saleta, first place. Dimitri Broman, second. Patrick Ertel, third. Stephen Dutton in fourth. And Camden Johnson of Deep Run coming up in fifth. Let's go to the girls' 800. You want to talk dominance? Take a look at this girl from J.R. Tucker, Kendra Smither. And here's an idea of how far ahead she is here in the 800. It's only 2 laps. There's the rest of the pack still on the first lap. Kendra Smither with a time of 2 minutes, 24 seconds and change. She wins by almost over 30 seconds. That's an eternity. Absolutely dominant is Kendra for J.R. Tucker, guys 800 meters. This was a great race as well, and it was all down to Maggie Walker. Jack Otero taking number 1 rather easily. Hermitage, a great finish. Rashad Ivory in second. Ryan Newman finishing third for Mills. Godwin and Jolton Joe O'Connor for our field event. Yeah, the pole vault, he was sensational. Finishing in first place overall, 14 feet. He vaults for the win.
And with that, we go up tempo. Several other athletes posted high marks at the Glen Allen meet. Several were from Glen Allen and Hermitage. Jada Smith and Zion Moss finished first and second, respectively, in the 200 for Glen Allen, while Talia Dozier took first place in the high and long jump. Deja Stokes and Charvey Woodson finished first and second in the girls 100 for Hermitage. On the guys' side, it was Justin Davis and Percy Mayers who were first and second, respectively, in the 100, while Mason Henry of Glen Allen won the long and triple jump. Several track athlete elites across the county have the top performances so far as we get past the halfway point of the season. Deep Run's Matthias Cannon holds a top spot in the 1,600 and 3,200 meters. William Spencer of Highland Springs is number 1 in everything hurdles. He's first in the 110, 300, and 400. His teammate, Benjamin Clay, holds number 1 in the shot put. The Lady Springers represent as well, as Shanice Smith is first in the 100, and Cameron Ross holds a top spot in the 200. To guys soccer now, where Varina got their first win of the year, 3-2 over Highland Springs. Hunt had 2 goals, while Logan added another in the victory. And to baseball, where Deep Run got a huge win at home over Glen Allen 5-4. The Wildcats lost a 4-2 lead in the 7th inning, but in the bottom half of the frame, they drove in the winning run. Brooks Maisie was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs in the win. And with that win, it made the conference standings very tight at the top. Freeman sits at 10-2, Godwin at 9-2, and Glen Allen at 7-2. Deep Run stays in the conversation now at 6-3, and there's still plenty of baseball to be played.
Speaking of baseball, second inning, it's Highland Springs, it's Varina, little East End rivalry. What a delivery this guy has. Varina in, looking for a win. Dustin begs to differ. He is a pitcher on the mound for Highland Springs, who you saw get that strikeout. How about some defense? Oh, just out of the reach. It's a bloop. And usually a bloop follows a blast. Well, in this case, a bloop follows an attempted steal at second, and somehow he gets in just underneath the tag is number 10, Damari Kendall. That would lead to this. The boomstick is out. Line drive to left. Troy Turner. Uh-oh, got to get back. Is he out? Yeah, they got him at third base. The runner, though, still there at second after delivering that hit, and Varina not out of the inning yet. This ball's going to be sprayed to left field, and they can't quite make the play in the outfield, so Troy Turner, who should have had an RBI hit, gets in himself off the RBI single by Luke Miller. Springer's still not finished. That's a seeing eye single up the middle, sliding home. Man, this guy's got some speed. Number 1, Eric Carter doing the dirty work. 3-0 in the 4th. Later, back to Mr. Betts. This guy was dealing. Dustin begs to differ. Here's more Beggs up close and personal. I mean, how do you catch up to that? He doesn't even have a windup. It's like he's pitching from the stretch the whole time. That's another strikeout for Beggs. You want more Beggs? Well, you'll see him in a little bit. Highland Springs looking for some insurance. Still shutting out Varina. That would help. A single by Miller. He had a good ball game in this night, and then they're going to try to get the out at second. Not happening. Right move. Just couldn't execute, and the speed of Miller works out. That ball's going to get away from the catcher. Now you're just playing station-to-station baseball in the Springers. You got a runner at third base in scoring position. Batter's got a job to do. Gets it done with the ball in the dirt in the fifth. Now it's 4-0. Highland Springs, the Springers jumping out. And that's a second run scored. A 4-0 lead. Eric Carter, second time he crossed home plate. Beggs. Beggs, high cheese. Beggs. Dustin Beggs was unbelievable. More Beggs. Got him looking. No, they call ball 4. Dustin Beggs goes 6 2/3 innings. 13 strikeouts on the evening. But Varina would have their chance. You saw the runner at first. The ball gets away. Run comes home to score. It's now 4-1. Stranger things have happened in baseball. Still down 3. Beggs. They're going to have to go to the bullpen now. Runner gets on first. Now the tying run comes to the plate. Highland Springs gets the final out. Beggs, 6 2/3, 13 Ks, and the Springers win on rivalry night. 4-1, your final.
It's ladies lacrosse and guys tennis when we return. Morgan Whitaker looks for lucky goal 100 for her career in a huge matchup with Atlee, while Godwin looks to stay unbeaten in tennis against a much improved Tucker side. That's next.
Now for another 2-minute history report.
We all know about the blockbuster, World War II, the famous attacks, the military heroes. But what do you know about the prequel, the First World War? At the time, they didn't call it World War I. No one ever imagined there'd be another. It was known as the Great War, or the War to End All Wars. In the early 20th century, Europe had a bit of a different look. There were the Fab Four empires, ruled by monarchs who maintained a delicate balance of power. Then, in the summer of 1914, a group of assassins attempted to blow up Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand while he was touring Bosnia. The attempt failed, but later in the day, an assassin's bullet prevailed. In retaliation, the Austro-Hungarian Empire declared war on Serbia. Russia immediately came to Serbia's support, which motivated Germany to declare war on Russia. Before long, France, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Great Britain were involved.
Jolly good.
Everyone polarized into two groups, the Allied powers and the Central powers. New technologies dominated this world conflict. Tanks, machine guns, and airplanes changed the way armies battled. Trenches and tunnels became the new strategy, although that led to soggy problems. The British and German navies dominated the seas. Then in May of 1915, Germany sank the Lusitania, killing 128 Americans. President Woodrow Wilson demanded Germany change their tactics.
I demand it.
Germany appeared to comply, but later offered to finance Mexico in a war against the U.S., so the United States joined the war.
Oops.
A year later, on August 8th, the Allied forces began the 100 Days Offensive. This series of assaults forced the German forces back and eventually led to the war's conclusion. On the 11th hour, on the 11th day of the 11th month, a ceasefire went into effect. Then came the Treaty of Versailles and the formation of the League of Nations. This war changed the landscape of Europe. Monarchs were out, the four great empires were gone, and new countries emerged. So here it is in a nutshell. Europe used to be led by the Big Four, until a bullet made Franz no more. Conflicts arose, triggering numerous hawks. Success meant machine guns, tanks, and dry socks. The ceasefire became a celebrated day, although the next war was just a few years away.
That was World War I in 2 minutes.
Welcome back to Sportswire. Huge matchup in lacrosse. Deep Run at home taking on Atlee. Arguably the two best teams in the region. She shoots, she scores! Hannah Poella. Deep Run strikes first. They'd have a 1-0 lead. Back comes Atlee. Nice little give and go right there. Number 9 doing the honors. Faith Anna shoots, scores. Later, they have a great keeper too. Number 50, Stella Harrison, was stellar in net. Speaking of stellar, this girl is a freshman, and you're going to hear a lot from her later on as the years go on. Number 21, Kate Miller, the first of many. It was Miller time early and often. 2-1 Atlee. Want more Miller? Here she comes. Kate Miller. Top shelf, shoots, scores, 3-1 Atlee. Deep run, not done though. There's a girl named Morgan Whitaker. She's only played a year and a half of lacrosse, and that right there, she shoots, she scores. Goal number 99 of her career. That means she's averaging over 50 goals a season. She shoots, she scores. It ties the game at 3. More importantly, her 100th goal of her career. Congratulations, Morgan Whitaker. Wow. As an older sister, Sydney Whitaker played the same sport. If it weren't for injury, they'd be playing with each other during her freshman, sophomore year, perhaps. But, spoiling the party, Kate Miller. Wow! Right back, it's the Miller-Whitaker show, and Whitaker answers with a goal. Wildcats would go on a run, 4-4, which is under 5 minutes to play in the first half. 2 halves in girls lacrosse, 4 quarters in guys, in case you're wondering. Firing, fighting, back then she shoots, she scores. Whitaker gets goal number 99, 100, 101, and 102. And deep run would take a 5-4 lead, still not finished. She shoots, she scores! Kelly Wyman! And why not? Wildcats at home, up to 6-4. After that, all Atlee. Atlee would come back and tie it at 6 at the half, and then in the second half, more of the Kate Miller show. Miller time, low left, scores. Miller scored 8 goals in this one. Remember, they were down 6-4. They tied it at 6 at the half, and then they outscored Deep Run the rest of the way, pitching a shutout in the second half. Miller, 8 goals on the evening. Atlee scores 8 straight to win. 12-6 is your final, but congratulations, Morgan Whitaker. Well, tennis, anyone? Godwin Tennis, undefeated at home. Tucker Tennis has been really good this year, however, and a great match at the number 1s. Check it out in the orange. Andrews with the point, taking on Shankar in the far court for Godwin in the white. Tucker in the orange. Shankar! Andrews! Shankar! Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Nice shot by Shankar. More Shankar on the serve. Andrews played really well in this match. Shankar is just a fantastic tennis player. Andrews, no slouch, not by a long shot. Check out the net play. Shankar goes down the line, though, gets the point, and going for the winner on the serve. Shankar, nice long serve, long and lanky, and he makes his competitors work on both sides of the court. Gets the winner there, gets the victory over Andrews, 8-2. Let's go to the number 2s, shall we? Cook of J.R. Tucker in the far court, taking on Curtis of Mills Godwin, and dropping it. Look at these drop shots. The spin on him is just phenomenal. And then, boop, I'll hit one over. Great, great work. And this guy, I got to tell you, Cook, watching him play, as briefly as I did watch him play, because I try not to interrupt too many of these matches, seemed like he had a game plan on every shot. This is a case in point right here. Going to go short, and then I'm going to come up and do a nice little slice here, and then right back at the net. Another great point for Mr. Cook, who has another plan on this one. Cook, Curtis, powerful. Backhand and then the forehand, doing the same. Looks like he's working him. Little touch slice there, perfectly placed. And then the power. But still, oh, he had the shot. He just missed it. Still, though, Tucker's Cook would get the best of Curtis, winning 9-8, 11-9 in the tiebreaker. Check it out. Boom shakalaka. That one just goes out. Campbell would, or Curtis that is, would get the point. Cook would get the win for J.R. Tucker. But what about the rest of the matches? At number 3, Campbell, you see right there, Mills Godwin taking on Soon. Campbell in the front court, Soon in the back court. Nice shot by Soon. Campbell making some nice plays. That one goes out there. Point soon. He'd rather score sooner rather than later. I'm full of puns. I'll be here all night. More of the number threes. Soon. That was a powerful shot, and I don't know how Campbell got to it. Soon. Another strong one. Trying to put him away. He keeps working the left side and then goes right. Fires it past Campbell for the point. But Soon not getting the better of Campbell. Campbell wins 8-0. To the number fours. Godwin looking to put this one away. That ball is out. Brandt of Mills Godwin taking on Coleman of J.R. Tucker. And sometimes. Remember earlier the lucky shot, that lucky hit, that I guess, off third base, Michael Fortunet for Freeman. That was a lucky bounce that time, going Godwin's way. They get the win in this match, and they win overall 8-1. You're fine.
Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us. And you can always follow us on Twitter. I can't wait to see you next time on Sportswire.